Hello, it's Craig, and it's time for Flooded.
Flooded.
And Musk is dominating the internet right now, and I think we all know it. Hello, how are you doing? I'm going to talk a little bit about what he's been up to on Twitter, and that's what I'm going to do. If anyone doesn't know already, Musk has purchased the rights to, he's purchased Twitter and he's bought it, and everyone's going absolutely crazy, and it's all political. People get very political about it. All the celebs and all the people who worked hard for their blue ticks are like, you're giving them away for $8. And that's true. That is exactly what he is doing. You can now purchase your blue tick for $8. Now, is that the end of the story? Not really. But that's as much as some people want to hear before they take to Twitter to complain about it. Let's go over to see what they've been saying. Now, I've been calling... I'm trying to think of... If you've got a good name for this section, which is, above crap, then let me know. I've come up with that was a this of a week, and the astute amongst you might work out why I've called it that. It's a bit of a spoof on that was a week that was, and there's something else going on there which you'll work out. But the main thing is I don't really know what to call it. Anyway, I'm trying to up my content output, and I've been working on ways to do it that I can record things live like this, no editing. I can just drag and drop this straight into the old What's-It, and that's what I'm doing. So Elon Musk tweeted out when we all wanted to know how much things were going to cost and what the deal was going to be, and I'm sure there's going to be lots more breaking news from him, and it's all pretty exciting, really. Twitter's current lords and peasants system for who has or doesn't have a blue check mark is BS. Power to the people. Blue for $8 per month. Now, those who are politically opposed to people like Elon Musk, which I don't really know why. I'm not sure how political he is, but I think he's Marmite, isn't he? You either like him or you don't like him. But there was this tweet from Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who is a Democrat American politician, if you don't know. She said, one guy's business plan for a $44 billion over-leveraged purchase is apparently to run around and individually ask people for $8. He's running around and individually going up to everybody, and so truth is tripping from her mouth or her lips, like I don't know, wildfire. She says, remember that next time you question yourself or your qualifications. So basically, she might as well just have tweeted, I'm mad me about this. I'm dead mad. Because that's how it comes across. And then Elon almost immediately tweeted back with his tongue firmly shoved into his cheek. One of the sweatshirts that she's selling is an $8 sweatshirt. It's naff. Look at it. And she's selling it for $58. She came back to that, to be fair, to say that all her workers are paid, workers' wage, minimum wage. And she didn't say how much she pockets from that. And there's nothing wrong with pocketing money from selling stuff. Good on you if you're doing that. But if anyone knows the law of socialism is that you share your wealth out with the people. Now, some time ago, AOC played a game in order to try and garner the support of younger people. She went to Twitch and started streaming with a guy called Hassan. If you don't know who Hassan is, he's a massive lefty. I mean, absolutely psychotic lefty on Twitch. Talks about politics all the time. And is obviously, of course, like all of them, is a multi-millionaire. As soon as he got money, he didn't share it out. He didn't share his wealth, as the socialism decree tells us that we must. He bought himself a $1 million mansion $2 million, I think it was. And of course, he tweets out some sweary nonsense without any capitalization or any grammatical. he can't even. His point is lost by the lack of enthusiasm or interest in what he's actually doing. He's just not even interested in taking care about what he's saying. So why should anyone else? But AOC is now tweeting out Twitch streamers. So as Elon would say, let that sink in, which incidentally is a line that is taken from Paul Joseph Watson. That is something he used to add on or tweet out in his videos. And I don't think a lot of people realize that, but that's where that comes from. So I would ditch that line if I were you, Elon. She said, also my Twitter mentions and notifications conveniently aren't working tonight, implying there's like something going on. I mean, I thought it was the right-wing people who are supposed to be conspiracy theorists. She says, so I was informed via text that I seem to have gotten under a certain billionaire's skin. It's very unlikely that she's done that. If anything, he doesn't care. Would you care? I think money buys you the luxury of not having to care, even if you're a socialist. All the empathy that you've said you've had as a poor person goes out the window, doesn't it? You just start spouting it rather than actually living it. Just as a reminder that money will never buy your way out of insecurity, folks. It kind of does, doesn't it? Anyway, so she tweeted that, and then of course, Mr. I don't know. I think Elon is a little bit. I don't know. Part of me thinks he's a bit like me in terms of where he is politically in the spectrum, but he tweets this. I don't like these memes. I think they're too 4chan for me. But he said, if you can't read that, it says $8 per month for Twitter verification. So much for free speech. You can still use Twitter for free, just without the benefits. And then everyone switches to the benefits, which is what will happen. All these people saying, I'm not having it, I'm leaving Twitter. And then they won't. They won't. They just won't. But what are the benefits? What are these benefits that he's talking about? Well, he did tweet it out earlier on. He said the price will be adjusted by country proportionate to purchasing power parity. Don't know what that means, but I guess it's going to vary per country. You'll also get. So I imagine that's in relation to how much your country makes in advertising. I don't know. You'll also get priority in replies, mentions, and search, which is essential to defeat spam scam. People have been saying, well, yeah, so that's the opposite of what free speech is, that you get priority of speech. Is like, well, no, the opposite of free speech is to go to jail, is to not have any voice whatsoever. And you'll have a voice within your bubble of non-blue tickers, perhaps. So you'll be at the top of them lot. So you can shout away. It's the equivalent. It's the equivalence of going to Hyde Park Corner, Speaker's Corner, and making a speech, a free speech, or making it in Houses of Parliament. You've still got free speech to say what you want, but you can't just wander into Parliament. That's a privileged location. Or you can't just buy a slot on a TV station to broadcast your speech, which is, what you think that the blue tick might be. He also says that there will be ability to post long video and audio. Fantastic. Half as many ads. I was surprised at that. I thought there'd be no ads if I was paying for it. He says, and a paywall bypass for publishers willing to work with us. A paywall bypass for publishers willing to work with us. That's interesting. I'm not sure what that means. This will also give Twitter a revenue stream to reward content creators. Okay, so does that mean he's going to pay me? Who knows? There will be secondary tag below the name for someone who is a public figure, which is already the case for politicians. So all you celebs, you're still going to be singled out as special, which is nice. So we can look forward to you all enjoying that. And this chap here, I think, sums things up quite nicely. He says, let's remember that Elon Musk charging $8 for a premium Twitter experience means Twitter becomes the product again instead of you. If $8 is too much, you're free to remain as the product. Oh, handbag 12 o'clock. I don't know what you think about all this. My thoughts about it is that I don't know what's going to happen. I just know that Twitter sucked. The right sort of people are being very upset about this, so that's good. I think there's certainly a sense that you can say what you want again on Twitter, but I think if people think they're going to be able to come along and just say be racist or maybe even misogynistic or homophobic or transphobic, I think Twitter will set its own rules as to what qualifies for, hate speech, if you like. So I think that will just be managed. I think that in terms of transphobia, you would get an instant ban if you said a trans woman wasn't a woman. That'd be an instant ban on Twitch under the new regime. I think that it'd be fine for you to say that a trans woman is a trans woman. But if you started saying, "Oh, trans women are rubbish," then that would qualify as hate speech. But if you're going to talk about factual things, then you can say like a trans woman is a trans woman, which is what I think a trans woman is. I think they're a trans woman. Some trans women are very plausible women, and some aren't. I can definitely bump into somebody who appears to me as a woman, and I will regard them as a woman, and I will be attracted to them as a woman, or whatever it is about that person that makes them a woman. I'll be there and going along with them and their life choices. But some just don't, and they need support too. So, but what we don't do is start believing in fairies, because that's not going to work. So Twitter seems a place where conversation is opening up. It's healthier. People are very upset at the moment. I think it's only going to get better. And I think this is going to have an impact across the board. In fact, I know it already is, because you might not know, but Twitter has a lot of pornography on it, or certainly nudity. I'm not sure how much pornography is on it, but there's nudity on it. And you don't see it because you've probably put filters in there, or they've been auto-selected for you. I think you have to go and choose to see that kind of stuff. And I've noticed that Tumblr's already started following along with that. So I think the money is, that's where we might find Twitter starts making a lot of money from the pornography side of life. So it's very interesting days. I can't wait to find out what's going to happen with it. And I don't know. We live in interesting times. And let me know what you think. Write something down below. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel. I'm a new channel. I'm trying to make it so I can turf out as many videos and content as possible by doing these live. And if you want to support me and encouraging me on, then you can either go to my Patreon or you can just subscribe. It's completely free. And hit the little bell so you know when I upload something. 3 videos a day is what I'm aiming at. And it's going to be hard work because I'm only doing this part-time. But thanks very much for watching. I really, really appreciate it.